struggling with suicidal thoughts? Hear me out. Never allow distress, which is temporary, to become despair, which says forever. I heard it on Stephen Furtick reel on Instagram, and it felt powerful. Shifting that perspective is what helped me get out of the suicidal thoughts crisis season of many years ago. Feels like many years ago. When I was going through it, I remember that's one of the things that helped me, is to realize that what I was going through was not permanent. And that is the thought that was so ingrained in my mind, like nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna feel like this forever. The suffering is never gonna stop. I can't escape my mind. I can't make it slow down. Nothing helps. Nobody understands, and I can't change this. I've tried and nothing changes. All of that feeling permanent is what I think exacerbated the symptoms, right? The mental illness symptoms. It made everything worse. It magnified it and pushed me to believe that there was no way out. So if you can shift your perspective, that's a powerful way to start disassembling the lies, right? To start dissipating the heaviness, that distortion that clouds your mind and doesn't let you think clearly. It doesn't let you see your identity and all the implications that it brings. It doesn't let you see the reality of the world for what it is. It's so yeah, that's point one. I came up with something I call the 4P lens, and that is obviously 4Ps, but each one stands for something different. The first one stands for perspective, and then there's principle, practice, and priority. And I have found that across different struggles in life, those four things can pretty much help me navigate and grow through what I'm going through, which is pretty much the essence of recovery, right? But here it is for this specific scenario. It says perspective, which is what I just talked about. This is a temporary state of being, even if it has stayed for long. And I think that's what makes the chronic suicidal depression so much more complex. Because when you've lived something for a long time, it's kind of hard to to break out of it, excuse me, because it's been that way for so long and it's become your norm and you've accepted it maybe, and that's what makes it complicated. But the next piece is principle. That you would say this to yourself to start rewiring your thoughts and your experience, etc. I don't make forever decisions in a flooded moment or during a season in which my mind is clouded and my perception is distorted. So if you just remind yourself that, right? And it's you, your automatic functioning self, and then it's you, the one that observes, right? And so if you can tap in more to the one that's observing, then you can start talking to the one that's going through the motions, right? And I know it sounds crazy, but it's not that crazy. Next one is priority. Your priority at that point is protect life and preserve options. Treat it like an experiment. For the next period of time, this is my priority, and everything else is not gonna matter, right? You got to make it serious because it's a life or death situation. And so your priority would be protect life and preserve options. Don't force insight when you're in survival mode. Deep thought and philosophical exploration, you might feel inclined to trying to find meaning, to trying to find something that can sustain you, but you're so dysregulated that I don't think that that's a wise choice for expending your energy. I think you would be better off focusing on regulating and keeping watch over your mind, right? That's just how I see it from my experience. So your priority would be to secure relief and then reflect. Every past wave weakens the forever lie and strengthens my future self. And so every time that you do this, right, this reprogramming, you're strengthening the self that is well, and you are weakening the self that is deceptive, which is that lie that says, right, this is never going to change, etc. And so let's go back to the P for practice. It's 6 steps when your forever voice starts getting super loud. Put a name to the experience so that it separates it from who you are. So I'm experiencing distress. You're not gonna say I am suicidal, or try to say it like it's outside of you, separate from you. Number 2, time box it. So give it 10 minutes, give it 5 minutes, instead of resisting it and fighting it and trying to make it go away. Just sit with it for maybe like a minute. If things are very bad, maybe all you can stand and withhold is a minute. But if you could be present with it for a minute and just give it a time, put a timer and face it, you'll realize that it's not as scary as it feels. I don't know if I'm making sense, but number 3, regulate your breathing. Control your breathing. You'd be so amazed at how much your breathing can change how you feel. See, when I feel some type of way that's not well, I start breathing very shallow and I get tense. And now I know that's a red flag, right? For me to slow down and check in. Cold water is amazing, but I would be careful with too cold water. Could make things worse. Step outside, just go outside. If you go outside, I wish I could run an experiment, right? Have depressed people just go outside every day, get morning sun for 7 days, for a month. I think it's powerful. There's so many benefits. Make sure that you're eating well, right? The basics. Take your meds, hydrate. Number 4 is connect. Text and call your lifeline. Follow your safety plan, recovery plans, and you have like an emergency plan in place for when things get bad. You have somebody to call, things to do, and it's important because at that point you don't have cognitive capacity, right? Like your executive function is not well. You're not regulated. You're not at baseline, and so having things to do, like just follow this instruction, it helps so much. So yeah, connect, contact your lifeline, follow your safety plan, move. This is also so big. Move. You have to get that energy unstuck. If I lay in bed and just try to avoid the racing thoughts, and if I just sit there and let that run, that energy is just gonna increase. And so move, right? And even a small thing like move from your bedroom to the living room, move to your backyard, shower, change your clothes, like one thing, brush your teeth, just move. Break that when it's happening, like break it, break that energy, move. Number 6 is defer. So just say, okay, this is happening, I want to, just today's the day. As soon as you catch it, right, it goes back to the observer. Interrupt and say, just I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, just not today. Like, okay, I made the decision, okay, so I'm just gonna wait. If you just postpone it to tomorrow, chances are tomorrow it will be different. You never know, but it has been proven that when you like postpone something, even like for any other bad habit or pattern, right, like a cigarette, if I just say I'm just gonna smoke tonight, not during lunch, just tonight, just push it, so yeah, that's a 4 piece. Obviously if you're in immediate like danger and you can't go through with any of these, right, then reach out. It's an emergency, call the crisis line, call somebody that's equipped to de-escalate that situation and help you and get you out of trouble, because you are at risk from yourself, right? Like you can harm you, so you got to protect you from you, and at that point get help.